Thought that Berserker was just going to be able to, you know, pick the hyper-aggressive matchup with the Draven and really look to hammer home the victory, but instead, I think this is more of a we're gonna weather the storm to avoid the knock-up by punching.
By punching, yeah.
And that would have been really cute. And now he's gonna get punched into the wall. There's the knock-up. Might need to flash here. Is gonna do so as his Aftershock is gonna pop, and that means the Berserker's easily able to pick up the kill. A charged up turret on the wave, and there's going to be no answering dive. Pyosik getting to work on this dragon at the same time. Really good macro play here by the DN Freecs in this early game. We are poised. We are on the edge of something going down.
Cuz.
Yeah, he knows. As Pyosik going to drive in. They get the impale. They pull him away. Nice little knock up onto life. As we don't get any feathers to pull back. Insanity than I was expecting, but maybe that's the whole point.
It'll happen. Don't you worry.
All right. Peter splitting the shapes. This teleport is going to come in. We are committing to this one. As the Grubs have spawned. All three went over to KT last time. There is no real reason for them to fight overly aggressively onto this.
As you say,
and Cuz is going in, baby. They take one of them. Should be 5-1 as far as the Grubs are concerned, as the seismic shove does go wide. And so casting just standing in the way. That is going to mean that a lot of extra pushing power is going to belong to KT here. Over towards this Chemtech Drake. And they have started it up. Let's see whether KT actually commit to it. Galio, well and truly in the area, as we can see. And it's Peter that wants to start this fight off. Remember, they've got so many gargoyle delivery systems on the side of KT.
Doctum has his blade as well.
Yeah, Cuz goes in. Easy steal. No worries there at all as Peter finds the Blooming Burst. There's a Pop Blossom as well. They lock down the Skarner. He's going to be the first one to fall. And somehow, Peter survives until Dudu gets in over the wall. Brilliant knock-up. And now Cuz is on the warpath. Doctum able to dance around. Rends down the Rumble. And KT are in a really good spot in this game. And he's going to continue to put the pressure on. 5 Grubs worth of smacking down this turret as he just walks forward. That means the Bulldog, nothing he can do. I mean, this Rift Herald will be going down imminently, and then Pyosik does have positional advantage around the dragon. Whether that's actually going to get it for them is the big question.
So there's Herald.
Oh, yeah. Well, Life is going to find Peter, and then Peter makes all of the Nico sounds. And the Rift Herald just thrown down, so that is going to be able to create that bit of extra control for KT so that they can walk into the river. Shape Splitter as well, great way to get yourself vision. As casting probably doesn't want to be on the front line, but that is going to be an equalizer to break up the fight. Galio going to be the first target here as Pyosik going to get punched. And then the Pop Blossom comes in from Peter, splitting them up. Galio also going to help out on that front, but not necessarily that much. Still a charm. The flash, just beautiful from BDD. Still Life. He's able to get himself out, and Peter is not so lucky as the Fate's Call didn't really work out. So, 2 in the Death Chamber, one of them has Smite. Both teams are going to go for a reset.
All flashes are down. It's really only Dudu and Berserker that have theirs, which is a big advantage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, DNF have some R buttons back available. You can see one of them coming on through now as the Weaver's Wall gets on over, but that is going to wear off.
Not enough.
Now the rest of KT just going to move in. They brute force the DN Freecs out of here. And after the wall didn't make them run away, they just said, oh dear. Sorry.
All right, river control taken by KT. Will they hold on to it?
Now let's see whether Casting can find himself a big taunt as well, as instead he's going to get knocked up. Oh, Bulldog caught, not able to ride his wall as he shoves Cuz away, but the flash forward for the knockup, and BDD is still looking for his next target. Pop Blossom from Peter is huge once again, and BDD is going to be able to follow up. The Fate's Call was brilliant just to make sure Peter was fine, and Peter even finds another Tangle Barbs onto Berserker and Pyosik. They are out of this one. They are not going to be stopping this dragon from going down. What else are KT going to get? Well, Artican, for starters.
DN Freecs, you could have fought that. You didn't have to let Dudu go. He had a lot of damage still left to give.
And Berserker's, like, 2 items were completed. He had item parity alongside this Callista. Haven't really seen any advantage, any opportunity as BDD just dashes forward and charms Bulldog. Does find a 2-man seismic shove. The equalizer is phenomenally placed, as Pyosik gets an impale right as the Pop Blossom comes in. They take down the turret, but at what cost? Guys, this is not how you use Otacon. It's not it. KT, 4 dead. It's 800 gold.
I think this is fair. I think this is good. And
Doesn't Doctom are gonna kill Baron.
That is going to go very quickly. We'll see if Pyosik can make it over. They're trying to zone him. That's the charm.
Yeah. Tangle Bubs coming on through there as well. They get a control ward in. Remember, there's a Ren. As Pyosik gonna push Peter over. Down goes the Baron. And they don't care to elaborate. Taunt is decent onto 2. His life doesn't find the grand entrance. The wall's gonna be ridden through, and now KT, I mean, they're under no threat. They've taken everything that they've wanted to, and now BDD is looking for more charm. He's gonna go wide. The Pop Blossom again is amazing. Peter is still my goat, and KT are gonna win the fight at the same time.
A bit harrowing to watch.
And look, it might just be solved in game 2. Remember, this is a best of 3.
Oh, this
and
game.
This is going to be...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a roller coaster doesn't cut it.
Yeah, it was there. It existed.
Well, here's a Mountain Soul. Yeah, it's sort of like a... Once you've built the mousetrap,
what do you know,
it's kind of like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it just goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like one of the perpetual motion things. That's what it sort of feels like. But anyway, that's going to be kind of like it. It's not a roller coaster, more like a mousetrap. It's okay. There's an equalizer just to try and get them out of here, but the charm is going to connect. And Dudu did not want to walk that far forward. Does go golden. Casting, flashing away. The quickness is decent, but the Pop Blossom's better. Once again, the Fate's Call is going to be there. And these impales have landed on multiple people. But it's just been to hold them in place while they kill you.
Peter is crazy.
Peter's just the best Nico player that we have in the LCK. And I'm not even, like, it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not.
We're no longer gonna deny it.
Nope.
No as well, but we're just not seeing it.
Oh god, BDD looking for the charm. He'll find it onto Life there, who now looks for a bit more. See Impale to come through the engage Ari angle is, my god, Peter! There's no one else here, and he's dead, but
wait,
those 4 people that he knocked up.
Nash, that's 2 flashes.
They are not running to Baron. Instructions unclear. Doctom's gonna get knocked up. Over the wall goes Pyosik. Straight up misses. That was not great. The Rend is gonna lock him down. Now we're getting resets. And Cuz is diving in. Casting goes golden. Doctom keeping them at bay. It's a decent taunt, but Berserker is still up. The Featherstorm does less than nothing, but still it's enough to take down the Callista. 12 seconds until BDD's up with teleport, as Cuz just realizes he has to fight for it, and it's not gonna work. The shutdown goes to Dudu. Yeah, BDD not going to do it. Cuz and Doctom are committing to this. Pyosik going to get in. There's the quickness into the backline. As remember, there is no flash on this one. And there goes the Baron. The Skana locks it down. It's Pyosik, the hero. But can they win the team fight? The answer is probably yes, because there goes the Callista. And okay, they'll be able to get the GA out of Berserker, and they have 4 still left alive, but it's not enough to win them this game, as 4 Barons still left up for the DN Freecs.
Oh, the powers of KT!
And the powers of friendship and throwing things and all that sort of stuff, as the Elder going to be picked up here by the DN Freecs. No response from KT. Oh man.
Now the game's even. And you know the funniest part is, if they hold on for a minute and a half, KT, I think, are still in a
fine state, yeah.
Well, no, it's not fine, because now they have gotten outskilled. And I think the game now gets really, really hard.
Yeah.
But they still have Mountain Soul, Atlas.
Yeah, state of the game-wise, and I think they're okay with it.
They just push. Please, just end. You have Exodia. Do not go for side lanes. You can do this. You have the damage. Trust.
That's what they're going to look for. They're not focusing on this inhibitor just yet. They're just going to let the minions do it, stacking up another wave with another cannon on its way forward.
There it is.
KT just trying to keep their health bars up. Oh god, is Peter just getting cooked alive? Still burning, actually. That isn't going to go down to the Dragon this time, as Doctom possibly in trouble. They take down the Rumble before anything really happens, and that's just a Galio. He's going to go golden. The charm is going to connect. There's a Justice Punch onto Life. But it's not going to be enough to change the outcome of this one just yet.
Well, 1 cannon.
Yeah.
Both tops dead.
1 turret left up and available as well as KT. They've got their health bars back. Pyosik could be in trouble. Pop Blossom goes entirely wide. The Fate's Call pulls Peter back. Pyosik's dead. But now Life is diving in. Dom is looking for Berserker, who just goes down. And KT are fighting against Eldar, and they're gonna win. That's an ace. There goes the game. Chronicler just broke one of our monitors, and I completely understand why.
They probably can't end because
they can't end.
Seconds. We're not done with this.
We go again. We've repaired the second one.
I wish you guys...
Oh no, casting! Oh, that is not what we wanted to see. Can he actually keep himself alive? He still has the Zhonya's, but he just doesn't use it. And he's just gonna die.
Oh, is that how it ends? With a whimper? Casting?
Surely not. No! Dudu! He's gonna get charmed! Are they gonna be able to pick up the kill? He goes all in, and now Dom looking to get on top of Life! They're looking for the turn, they're looking for the fight, but Dudu's already dead! The base is so much better this time! As Chronicler's not even looking at the fight, the base is just getting torn to shreds! The super minions! The minions were the smartest on the Rift today as they're looking to finish off this game! And KT, they know their role. They just need to stop the backs. And BDD's just running around because he can. Casting is teleporting in. And after inting into all of them, he's going to be the one that demolishes this Nexus. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 3. And we get to do this again.
Right?
Just to hit the Nexus! No, he's got to get the kill on the Bulldog first. Needs to stay in this game. Finally, the punch of justice from Casting.
I've heard the rumbles. I know what did in question has told me about this as well. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We'll see once the timer actually runs out. In theory, though, I guess it makes sense. Because you know what Neferi cannot do? Is break a Fiddle Drain.
And DNF say, oh, all right. I guess it's probably the answer. Peter is now going back in. Life with the flash forward. Peter flashing away as the Realm Warp to try and get on top of him. But BDD throws down the ulti. Life is already dead. First blood goes over to Peter somehow. Maybe with an Ignite tick or something like that as a public execution. And Dudu is going ballistic in this battle. Bulldog now just standing his ground. And the drain value is absurd. Casting going to be able to grab one. Never mind. It's actually Cuz grabbing a second.
Everything gets a puppy! That's the one thing you pick up for is when they do that, they don't win the fight!
Yeah, well, maybe they were like identifying that they've got Steadfast presence on cooldown now.
You already Dragon Heat. You have already Prio. The only matchup where you're not winning is the one where you're not supposed to, because it's Dom who just needs the skill into the game.
And he's not even losing. He's down 100 gold or something like that. Who really cares? Now just holding an Ambessa at bay. There goes the Mountain Drake. Cloud going to be the next one. It's going to be a Chemtech Soul. KT are probably not going to throw on Soul Point. The fight for Soul might be where the game all falls apart. There's the Crow Storm! And down goes Life. Cuz just walking it off.
For Cuz, but do not be distracted.
Oh, public execution. Pyosik looking for a way in towards his top side. It's Doctarm. I don't even know whether he's survived. Yeah, he doesn't. He's just dead. Pyosik not able to get his 1000th kill. To get first turret, so it's not going to be first turret blood. Still, KT going to grab another round of grubs that will even things up between the two squads. Because just very happily draining and reaping and draining and reaping and having a good time.
I think Fiddle's the only character in the game that's more satisfying to do grubs with than Brand.
Oh, okay, BDD coming on in, looks for Berserker and does get him to use his flash. Deadly Flourish goes wide as Casting just needs a few shots in order to lock down this turret. As KT just jump their way in. There's another Crow Storm from the Fiddlesticks as Casting going to be able to take down the Rise as well, but he could be in trouble. There he goes. That's Pyosik with 1,000 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Now Doctarm, he's moving over as well. The curtains are being collected as BDD takes down Pyosik right after the 1,000 kills. There's now public execution, gets Dudu into the back line. They do manage to take down the Leona, but they trade it for the Poppy immediately, and Dudu is running amok. Doctarm, unable to slow him down, does find a W, but that's a triple, and it is an ace.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Well, DN Freecs gonna take the dragon. There we go. Peter, Hex flashing.
They were ready.
Oh god, we knew it was gonna be Hex tech.
Has to be.
What a time to be alive.
I can't wait to see the Fiddle Hex tech.
Yeah.
Can they help? If Cuz gets a big old top.
It might be a 3v3 as, yeah, Cuz gonna start charging it here as he flashes in! The drains are beginning and they haven't even killed the Jace! Dudu trying to get out of there and look at these drains. There goes Doctor picking it up with a casual ulti that sails on by. Now up and available.
I gotta know this is coming.
Pyoshik's still on it. It's down to 50% as Doctor walks onto one of the captive audiences. Oh, DN Freecs.
Yeah, there you go.
He's gonna get spotted. Now he's out of position, remember, does not have his flash. Crowstorm going to get channeled here as Peter doesn't get it. And it's going to be the Rift Herald going over to the DN Freecs. Cuz without actually finding any sort of angle here as they're looking to try and protect the eye. PDD off to the side. Can they win the fight? That's the question as Cuz comes in. The Crows are storming and two are already on the ground. The Realm Warp to get Bulldog out of there. He wants none of this. These shenanigans, not anything he wants to deal with. There's only 2 kills, but in exchange, they make their shoes very cool, which we like.
But they have a lot of tools to shut him down because he's playing into Poppy and he's playing into Fiddle.
True. But if Dudu just comes in and cleans up every time, and KT will still just be lying on the floor afterwards.
That's true.
It's going to be a knockup to come through here. Berserker taking down this mid-outer turret to about half health. Doctor comfortably dealing with it though, is now the DN Freecs with a dragon to contend with. On a flank angle, Pyoshik in the back of the pit. As KT, they're looking to just get rid of the Rise if they can. Deadly Flourish comes down. There's the Solar Flare as well as Peter evicts one. But life is just dead. Nothing he can do, and they don't have any follow-up from Berserker. He's trying to get in range for the curtain call, but he's not even going to be able to press the button. The dragon goes over to KT.
No. What? They shoot for like 3 seconds before the question mark picks him down. Well, they might still be on time. No, I don't think they're on time. I take it back. I take it back. Not on time. Not on time. Not on time.
Not even a little bit on time. Pyoshik's the last one to turn up. As, all right, there are a lot of flowers to be picked here. And, oh, the DN Freecs, their strategy was to just grab all the flowers. Is never mind. Oh, my God. The KT blender. Just nothing DNF could do.
Oh, can't wait to see how DNF is going to fight their way back into this one because they are really... I got nothing.
Yeah.
What?
I saw it and I was like, wow, okay, their strategy was let them take the Archon and then we'll pick all the flowers.
So
and then they did pick all the flowers. You don't get anything. And they get a free kick.
Interesting.
Yep. All right, Shock Blast also. Another 6 points. You'll have to see it. And KT do manage to get the turret that they were looking for.
Tummy rumbling isn't cool, Atlas.
What's uncool about that?
Because it's such a basic thing. You know, it's
sometimes basic things can be the coolest ones in our lives.
Oh, that's true.
Trusha Barrage. Okay, there's the ulti, Cuz! And they were just standing in the brush. They didn't have the information. The curtain's going to get cold as Peter soaks every bullet ever and just dies. And now Casting's diving in. Pyoshik is swatted like a fly. And Berserker's just going to have to run away. Dudu wanting to protect him if he can. It's not going to protect them from this dragon being taken and KT moving to Soul Point.
I know this is easier said than done.
Got it.
But I feel like we should stop walking.
Oh, Life getting closer and closer to number 9 as Bulldog. He's going to be their target. Doctor Arcane shifting in as the fight is going off everywhere. The ultimate from Peter does absolutely nothing. Jace Fury going to be the traders now. The Crows are storming. And it's the team fight that is just over. Bulldog now trying to go 1 versus 4. These health bars are getting lower, but he's slammed against the wall and taken down.
Why are you not there, Berserker? You have flash. You have barrier. Go down until it's already realistically too late. And the re-engage from Cuz again. No notes, but I want you to look. After Bulldog gets this bounce, imagine, and like I kind of get it, right? Because you're like, this already done. He's just gonna die.
You get it onto Peter, you just do a fade away, and it's like plink, plink, plink,
also,
plink, Quadrico.
I think he had ult.
Big old circle he can throw down.
KT, it's been too clean. I don't believe
He's
it.
inside the pit. BDD does go golden, then tries to get out as Bulldog is just executed with a guy with a hammer. And Casting now looking for more. He gets into the banana brush. He's still alive. Life is going to be executed, and KT. How does that young top laner survive? After all that, they'll take themselves a Hextech Soul. And we were promised 3 games.
Did the prophecies lie?
The prophecies must have lied. There goes Pioshik. That's just a hot dog for KT's consumption. And a very electrical dragon now being set up here as Doctom gets over the wall with the arcane shift. Dudu just trying to be Ambassador as best he can as Doctom just flash on him, I guess. That's the way to make it happen.
Oh, Doctor, we can't emote on them, not in this game.
He's Crab Raven at 32 minutes in game 2 as they're bearing down on the Nexus. Curses aren't real according to Doctom, and maybe no amount of cursing could save DNF from this one as Bulldog gonna get engaged on one more time, tries to boop him back with the hammer, and he does so. The Growth Storm coming in, Cuz looking so good on this Fiddlesticks. And Pioshik, it's once again him that suffers the wrath of the Scarecrow, and KT pick up a 2-0.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.